Well, here we go again, guys. Another session of Milton's Monday Motivational Message. Good morning to you. Welcome back to the 4M Club. I'm George A. Milton, America's Failure Coach. Look here, yo. Today's mission is about one word. Sierra Tango India Golf Mike Alpha. That's stigma, because failure is not the problem. The stigma is. I remember a moment and come back when I wasn't afraid of the mission. I wasn't afraid of danger. I wasn't even afraid of failing. What I was afraid of was what my soldiers would think of me if I failed. I feared the look in their eyes. I feared losing their confidence. I feared my leadership questioning my ability to command. The mission wasn't the threat. The stigma was. Because deep down, like every leader, I didn't want the people I cared about, served, and protected to see me as anything less than capable, less than worthy, less than enough. That wasn't fear of failure, that was the fear of stigma, see? People say they're afraid of failure. No, it's not true. They're not. That's what they've been conditioned to repeat. I did. What they're really truly afraid of is the stigma associated with the fear, with the failure. They fear what people will think, what people will say, whether they'll be respected, whether they'll be embarrassed, whether their loved ones will call them dumb or stupid or worthless, right? Whether they'll lose respect, relationship, or opportunities. See, people don't fear failing. They fear the meaning of the people attached to that failure. And that's why I created a military-grade acronym right out of the Army's playbook. Sierra Tango India Golf Mike Alpha. Shameful thoughts I give myself anxiously. That's what stigma is. Because that's all stigma ever is going to be. Not what others think, but what I think others think. And what I tell myself about that. If you want to rise, if you want to grow, if you want to lead, you must train your mind to separate the event from the stigma. See, failure is the event, stigma is the story. And only you can get control of that story. So, look, inside the FailureTastic Success System, we teach warriors to failure is my feedback. But stigma is a prison you build with your own thoughts. And it's time to break out. So today, don't fear the failure. Fear staying silent, fear staying stuck, fear letting the world define your worth, because the greatest leaders of the world we've ever known didn't escape failure. They didn't escape failure. They faced stigma head on and rose anyway. If you want to respond and rise, if you want to command your response, if you want to become everything you were meant to be, you have to confront stigma. Challenge the stigma, crush the stigma, and walk boldly into your destiny. Check this out, 5 ways to defeat stigma. Let's start out with number 1. Identify the enemy thought. That's intel gathering, right? See, stigma survives in darkness. The first step is to spot the thought that is holding you hostage. Ask yourself, what shameful thoughts am I giving myself right now? Who told me this and that I was a failure? Why am I believing it? See, this is the understand phase of FailureTastic System where you identify the real adversity. The second point, separate the failure from the label. Declassify the lie. Most stigma comes from labels. You're dumb. You're not enough. You'll never make it. Here's what you must learn. The event is not the identity. The mistake is not the meaning. This is the embrace failure phase. So remove the emotional shrapnel. Number 3, rewrite the story. So mission reframe. Stigma is what? A story. So rewrite the story. Repeat after me, guys. Failure taught me. Failure revealed my strength. Failure is part of my training. Failure is feedback, not final. Outstanding. This activates the learn from failure phase, turning stigma into intel for growth. Hey, number 4, replace the shameful thoughts with a commanding truth. Issue a new order. Your teammates don't rise on suggestions, they rise on commands. So give yourself new orders along with your teammates. I can recover. I can rebuild. I refuse to be defined by yesterday. My response is power. This is where your identity and brand shines. So look, you must command your response. Number 5, take bold action immediately. This is where you break out of the mental POW camp, right? The last chains holding you prisoner is the prison of the stigma of inaction. The moment you take a step, make the call, resubmit the application, apologize, begin again, try one more time. You break the mental handcuffs, right? This activates the re-engage phase and respond and rise moment. Man, this is outstanding stuff. So look, to defeat stigma, the shameful thoughts I give myself anxiously, here's what you got to do. You have to identify the enemy thought. Separate failure from the labels. Rewrite the story. Replace shameful thoughts with the commanding truth, right? Take bold action and break free their yoke. Come on now. This is how to escape the POW camps in your minds and become fully trained warriors under America's Failure Command. Respond and rise. So hey, look, if this message spoke to you today, do me a favor. Like it, subscribe to it, and share this video with someone who's struggling under the weight of stigma. And if you want training on how to respond to your failure with power, purpose, and precision, check out my books. Failure is not the problem. It's the beginning of your success. Got a workbook and a journal with that. Failure is not the problem. It's your leadership for you high-speed folks in leadership positions of authority and all that good stuff. It's Georgia Failure, my first kids book, right? And join me at America's Failure Command at georgemilton.com. And for coaching inquiries, reach out to me at americasfailurecommand at gmail.com. And don't forget, listen to my podcast, Failure is Not the Problem. As your coach, I'm here to help you use your failures to respond and rise and become everything you are meant to be. Hey, look, we're out of here. We're going to see you on the hilltop. Hey, until next time, stay failure-tastic. This is George A. Milton, America's Failure Coach, signing off. Au revoir.